fifth game, I believe, fourth game of the day. The Ripley Warriors versus the Bristow Pirates. Just about to get underway here as Coach Nance is doing the starting lineups for both teams now. Excited to get underway here. Okay, both of the lineups have been announced. Bristow, home team for this game. All right, underway here.
Yeah, Bristow lost it for a moment there, but they're able to maintain position. And Sazo went in baseline, but wasn't able to get it to go. Rebound, Ripley. Ripley's number 24, Grimes, working underneath for two. First two of the game here. So Ripley 2-0 here early within the first minute. And a three from top of the key. That was by Alexander, who ended up getting his own rebound, gave him Bristow a little bit of life, but they still can't get anything to go. So Ripley coming back here. And there's a turnover for Ripley. There's a bank shot there for Estes for Bristow. That ties the game right at 6 minutes here in the first. So I got to watch Bristow last night against Kellyville. For the first time I'm seeing Ripley though for this year. Ripley's got a couple of good-sized kids on the court down there. There's a nice turnaround jumper by Ripley's Birch. Trying to squeeze the ball inside. Gilson trying to get it inside, gets it intercepted. There's an inside look. And what a play
That
there.
was really good.
What a play there by number 23 for Ripley, Birch. He was underneath the basket, got it fed to him, missed it, rebounded, missed his second one. The ball went loose down baseline, and he dove and was able to knock it off a Bristow player. And a double dribble called on Ripley. So Bristow ball. Three off the back of the rim, shoots out. Ripley rebounds. Nice look for 23 of Ripley, Birch, but he can't get it to fall. Another three attempt by Bristow, no good. Nice block by DeShazo as Grimes was going up. And there's a nice drive in by Jackson, I believe. Yes, Jackson for Bristow. So that ties the game at 4 apiece. We're just under halfway through the first quarter here. So Ripley getting some pretty good looks in the paint. They just can't get the ball to fall. Bristow's going to have to find an answer for that as the game goes on. They're getting some open passes there in the paint. And fortunately for Bristow, Ripley's having a hard time finding the net. Otherwise, this game may be a little further stretched out. And both those free throws no good, so it remains a tied ball game. Alexander loses the handle for a moment. Gets it back over to Jackson. He's surveying the court, looking for an open man. And Alexander trying to work the baseline. That ball goes off his foot, goes out of bounds. Bristow's not looking the same as they did last night. They're not moving around as much on offense as I saw last night. So maybe a little sluggish here at the beginning here. Let's see if they can get some adjustments going. So Ripley's ball, and there's a three. It's going to be rebounded by Bristow. And Nice move by Jackson for 2.
Hey, he may have you come back with him and bring me my charger while it's at the house.
There's a good drive by Ripley's number 5, Hood, for 2. Tied the game back at 6 apiece. Alexander has all the time in the world. A little jumper there, but he can't get it to fall. A big collision. Jackson comes up with it. Nice look. There's a 3 by DeSazo, and it's good. So that was a fantastic save. I think that was number 10, Estes, that dove out of bounds and saved it. It set up the three-pointer. Right at 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Ripley not in a hurry. They start to move here now with 10 seconds, counting. And there's a 3 on the outside, and that's good. Just before the buzzer by Lesko for Ripley, which ties the game back at 9 apiece. So back and forth in the first quarter, each team with 9. We're back in a few seconds here for the start of the second quarter. Well, welcome, Robbie. Jacob is going to take a little break, which I'm sure is well earned.
After that last game, I tell you what, that was excitement at its best right there. That was
a close game, and it's unfortunate Kellyville couldn't pull it off. That last possession by Colcord is what got them. They needed a foul. It looked like to me that McGuire was trying to foul, and the ref just wasn't calling it at the top of the key up here. And I thought she fouled her twice, but didn't get a call, and that opened up the lane for them to drive and get that lay-in that gave them the 4-point lead.
right. And I agree with you on that. But you know what? We was talking about it in the hospitality room just a few minutes ago. These two of the more consistent referees we've seen, though.
I mean,
they call it the same way the whole ball game. I mean,
I understand.
But yeah.
I think when it's hard on a ref when it gets down like that for, a few seconds in a game and a team's fouling on purpose. Because they don't – I know that players don't want to just, get so far as a flagrant foul.
Right.
But it's too bad we didn't get that foul call and stop the clock, because we had a foul to give, so that would just gave them out of bounds, and who knows what would have happened on the inbounds.
Absolutely. But overall, I thought it was one of the better games our girls have played this year. But, Colcord's rated 18 in Class 2A, something like that, so they're highly thought of across the state. So if you can have a good loss, I would consider that one a good loss, actually. So
there's a nice put in by Grimes for Ripley.
Yeah, hey, I tell you what, the games from here on out, the rest of the evening, every one of them ought to be just nip and tuck. I mean, I am so looking forward to that Bethel girls game at 4 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah.
Although I believe they'll be the favorites. They're They're playing against
Adair.
Adair, and that I tell you that their squad is scrappy, and they might be able to hang with them a little bit. So, looking forward to that.
I still have a little PTSD from by Adair back. What has it been about 5 years ago? Adair and Kellyville, an area down in Ogmulgee.
Absolutely.
That game went down to the wire, and there were some questionable calls, and
Well,
game I won't. I would like to kind of forget, but our girls they end up losing that, but they still played well.
And even make that worse, Terry, Adair went on to win 3 games straight in the state tournament to win the state title.
Yes,
I mean,
sir. So
and it just
like you said,
salt in the wound.
If you, I guess if you call it a good loss, I'd almost rather lose to the team that end up taking the whole thing than a team that went one more game and lost out or something. So.
Right, right, yeah. And I tell you what, I gained all sorts of respect for Coach Upshaw over that game. And it was a couple months down the road whenever I was talking to him about even starting KVrising. Just kind of an idea at the time, and I was sitting in his office, and I said, Coach, how do you move on past that game? And he said, it's just a game.
Well,
so,
and his daughter Jade was the victim of what I considered
Absolutely.
some questionable calls.
Absolutely.
Especially right at the beginning of the game.
She got trucked. I remember that play. Yeah.
She got trucked like she was in a football game and had Brian Bosworth knock her out. And no call. So, it seems pretty biased of me as a Kellyville fan to say it was, questionable calls. But one of the things I won't forget about that game is after that game, I ran into some Adair fans at the local convenience store, and just as nice as you could be, but there was 4 of them there, and 3 of the 4 admitted that we got robbed.
Oh, yeah.
So, I kind of took that as, I'm not being biased because my team, you know how it is. You think the ref is out to get you all the time. And there's a nice 3 there.
Nice shot. Yeah, but
I kind of took comfort in that. I don't know if they were just trying to ease my wound a little bit.
But they got a great coaching staff. They're coached well. And it seems like they work their tails off up and down the court. And this is a new team from that team, so we're not holding anything against them.
No, sir. No, sir. Not at all.
But that ought to be a doozy. Bethel is as good as advertised, and that game coming up at 4 o'clock. Really looking forward to it. I've also got Coach Todd coming up here sometime. She said she'd be up here after her game today, kind of sit down and talk with you and Jacob more than likely. So that's something to look forward to. Plus this game right here, it's only a 6-point game, but right there in the mix of it. So.
Yes, sir.
Hope some of the same people that tuned in yesterday are tuned in today because looking at our stats, Terry, we averaged right about 115 to 120 people per game.
Fantastic,
so, we had a pretty good following yesterday. There's a walking call, which could have been a call of a foul, but that's why he's been calling them for 2 games now. So,
I guess he saw the walk just before the foul.
Evidently. Evidently. But yeah, it's hard to imagine this is game number 12 of this tournament, and I tell you what, we had no problem sleeping last night after those 8 games yesterday, and by the end of the evening, we're probably going to be pretty tired again today. Nice shot there by the young man.
Alexander, that was a nice one-handed floater. Yeah, I don't have anything on you guys, but I could say the same thing. I think I was asleep within about 3 minutes after hitting the bed.
Absolutely. This is sort of a David versus Goliath matchup here. Ripley's actually rated in Class A, and playing against 4A Bristow here. So
Nice baseline drive there by DeShazo. He gets the bucket and the foul, so he'll go to the line and attempt to make it a three-point play. And it's in and out. Bristow's kind of quietly taking this to a 10-point lead. The first quarter was just back and forth, exchanging buckets, ended in a 9-9 tie. And with just a little over 2 minutes left, Bristow is trying to expand on their lead, and there's a three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Lesko for Ripley.
nice pass right there.
Oh wow, that was a good play right there. Unfortunately, for let's see, Zetterberg for Ripley, he couldn't get it to go, but he will go to the line and shoot two.
That's a well-designed play, and hope the young man takes advantage of that. It was well-designed, well executed. You know, this Bristow squad showed a little moxie against the boys last night of Kellyville. Heavy underdogs going into the game, and
I said that at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of this game, Bristow looked a little sluggish on offense. They weren't moving around. They were just kind of standing around. And I was saying that's not what I saw from them last night for sure. But they've kind of gotten a little more into it now here in the second quarter. It just took them a second to took them about a quarter to kind of get in their groove, I guess.
I know I work down in Bristow at the car dealership down there, and just to kind of hear some of the rumblings coming up before the contest, they wasn't giving them much of a chance, and I thought they played well last night.
Well, and I said it last night. You know, we don't play Bristow in regular season this year, just the way it worked out. But as long as I've been around Kellyville, we've always played them, and it's like a OU-OSU Bedlam game. It's always been a tight game, no matter what record each team had or where they were. That game was always tight.
Yes, sir. See if I can adjust our camera. Nope, I'm making it worse. Oh, no. I've lost our clock, Terry. Oh, I had it back.
Well, we're about 35 seconds.
There we go. Got it rolling now. You can barely see it, but it's there.
That thing's got a mind of its own. It moves by itself. Oh, and that pass is right to Kleinsmith.
Yeah, Ripley kind of making a little run right here. Only down 7. Getting ready to go into halftime.
Nice move.
Nice shot there. Got the block right at the buzzer, but the buzzer had sounded there, so we're at halftime.
That was a nice move by Allen there to get that shot off for Bristow. Just last few seconds there. So we'll have about 10 minutes probably. So we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. So get you some refreshments, go to the restroom, whatever you need to do, and join us back here in about 8 minutes or so. Okay, we're back live here in Kellyville with Bristow and Ripley boys. Here start the second half. Bristow with the ball. Also with the lead, 23-14 if you're just joining us. Had a real tight first quarter. Both teams into that quarter, 9-9. Both teams going back and forth. And then the second quarter, Bristow was able to expand to 11-point lead. And then just before half, Ripley closed the gap just a little bit. And then right in the last few seconds, Bristow was able to add 2 additional to expand it back to this 9-point game.
And Terry, this game right here will take care of our losers bracket side as far as the losers bracket side of the tournament. And so the winner of this will play in the consolation finals tomorrow afternoon. So.
And the charge committed there by Grimes as he lowered the shoulder and committed the charge. Bristow moving the ball around. Get it inside to Alexander.
Ooh.
He tried to stay on those tippy toes. He'd been better off just taking the shot. I think he had the shot, and then he last second changed his mind and just couldn't keep it on the floor.
Got a little bit leery.
And a jumper there by Grimes, couldn't get it to go. Rebound Bristow. That 3 attempt from Estes is off the front of the rim. Ripley rebound. So just about 2 minutes expired and the score hasn't changed from the half. And there's a miscommunication. Pass thrown out of bounds by Ripley, so Bristow's going to take it just about half court.
Kind of got to laughing a while ago. I was walking back downstairs just now and ran into Coach Nance, and he said, "I'm heading to baseball practice." So I mean, things never slow down around here. It's from one sport to the next, just bam, bam, and so I guess it's a pretty day outside. Hadn't seen much of it, but evidently it's pretty enough to practice baseball because that's where he was headed. So.
Yeah, that's just around the corner.
Nice jump stop right there.
That's by Birch. Nice save by DeShazo. And Jackson loses the handle. Ripley picks it up.
You know, Terry, this Bristow team's real young. They've only got one senior on this whole squad.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to it when they introduced them last night.
I believe they started 2 freshmen.
I started to say, I know they started at least 1, but I thought 2. There's a 3 by Lesko. So that expands Bristow's lead to 10. And 3 on the other end there by I'm sorry, I misspoke. That 3 by Bristow a while ago was Estes. I apologize. Looked at the wrong roster.
It's tough to keep up with all these names. We don't get to do the research on these players like you see on TV. So yeah, I can't keep up.
Well,
Jake,
I will tell you, those TV broadcasters don't do that research. They have people do it for them.
that's true. That's true. And they're paid a little bit more than what me and you are. I can assure you. So
just a little bit. I've been meaning to ask you for a raise. So.
It has to go up from where it's at. I can assure you.
0 plus 0 is still 0, right? I went to school a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure my math is still okay.
And I don't know whether we sent Bristow a link or not. Oh, we did. So, okay. So, Bristow City Link was sent a link to the game. So, we possibly have some Bristow fans on air with us here. So, welcome, guys. We're rooting for you. Of course, we're rooting for Ripley also. So, we're rooting for everybody.
Nice free throw there by Jackson. Yeah, I've spent the last several years chasing my kids, following them around the state. And, it seemed like maybe just 1 year out of 3 kids, 4 years of high school, did we. Man, I think just 1 or 2 times we didn't go to Ripley for their tournament.
Nice play right there. I like it.
Yeah, I just couldn't get it to go. Zetterberg just a little bit off on his shot there. I'm tied up with that cord. There we go. Well, shoot, I wrapped it around my leg.
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. We're showing the time.
Okay.
We got a separate camera on the timer if you guys are wondering what we're doing here. So it's focused right on the main score clock. So
Sejo with that rebound on a short 3, and he puts it up himself but can't get it to go.
he slid his feet. Yeah,
Yep.
got him for the walk.
And for those that might not have tuned in yesterday, I'm a professional name butcher, so if I'm pronouncing any of these names incorrectly, I apologize. And that's an easy up and down the court there by Ripley. It's number 3. McIntyre.
We're going to fix the issue with our little clock we're having here. Tomorrow, duct tape will answer all on that. So the ultimate fix.
Yes. Yeah, I just need a little sticky pad on the bottom of that mount there.
Because it's just moving all over the place. I don't know.
I guess maybe us, moving the table or something.
I guess so.
Or it might be me. All these cords are right here in my lap, so it might be me. It might be me jerking on the cords. I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, we're sitting pretty good there. So, all right, we'll see how long that lasts.
Where's that cord go?
Which mic we on? This mic's turned off anyway. I tell you what, I'm gonna just set this out of the way. Coach Todd's coming up here, so I hate to disconnect anything. That way we can just give her a headset. And I'm behind them points. There we go. Seemed like Bristow got about that 10-point lead, and
They get it, and then Ripley cuts it back to 7 or 8, and then Bristow tries to build it back up.
Yeah.
Back to the 9-point now.
Hey, looky there.
There it is.
Wow. Hey, missed a free throw during it, but hey.
And that's Grimes at the line for Ripley. Allen kicks it back out. Alexander in the paint. Thought about a shot. Allen working the top of the key. Bristow ain't careful. They're going to run out of time. Deshay, he lost the handle just as he was going in for the shot. So after 3, Bristow 29, Ripley 21.
I'm going on a scavenger hunt for tape.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take that camera clip. You got it perfect there.
I don't know why it keeps moving. Does it go to this right here, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay, we're about to start the 4th quarter here. We found some tape, so we're going to try to get this game clock camera.
Now, though, I hate to move it. All right, we'll leave it just like it is until it moves, and then we'll try to tape this thing up.
And right in the paint there, number 23.
Back to that 6-point lead. Let's see if Bristow can take it back up to 10 again like they've been doing.
Now, Ripley's definitely not going away. got the fight in them still. DeShazo 3, that's off the mark.
I was gonna say a little bit of battle down there, and he did call the foul.
Yeah.
So,
well, it was a foul. They had held Alexander's arm there as he was going after that ball. They kind of got inadvertently tied up, but I don't think the Ripley player released as quickly as he should have or could have.
oh, big man powering his way in.
Wow. Couple of rebounds there, and he finally gets it to go. And that's Grimes for Ripley. Ripley cut it to 4 points. Alexander smartly is falling out of bounds and throws the ball off of Grimes there to maintain possession.
Nice play right there.
Wow, that was a good setup as they drove down the baseline. That's Estes. Wide open. I believe Gleason assisted on that, if I had the numbers right.
Very nice.
And Grimes with the fake pump and got the defender to clear, and then it was an easy lay-in for him. Oh, they had Estes standing all alone right under the basket and didn't see him. I mean, there wasn't anybody within 12 feet of him.
You saw Bristow's bench going crazy
Yeah.
trying to get him to.
They were, the assistant coach was standing up screaming, pointing. But he was standing down there all by himself.
In and out. I've got to give a shout out to Misty Chappa. She is doing wonderful on this camera
Absolutely.
for us. Something we hadn't had to worry about with her being here. So much appreciated.
She originally didn't think she was going to be able to make it when she did, and so when I got here for the 1 o'clock game, I was going to run the camera and talk, and it's kind of like chewing bubble gum and walking, you know. I'm glad that she showed up, or you folks probably wouldn't have near the.
Well, the first game they got a bunch of empty half courts because I forgot to move the camera.
Yeah.
So
That happens. That
Yeah.
happens a lot. Like I said, it's not near as simple as it may seem.
make sure I'm right on the scoreboard here. That's my job right now. So I'm at the one in the middle of the court, so we must be good.
So just right around 5 minutes left, and Ripley's again there.
Uh-oh, now the players are getting a little bit chippy, it looks like.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want to see a technical or anything like that. Uh-oh, Bristow's on 1-on-1. Okay. Bristow still has a couple fouls to give before Ripley's in a 1-on-1 situation, but they can continue hitting these free throws, that's going to be big.
Yeah, that's
coming
going
down
to
the stretch.
make a difference. I've watched a lot of games where free throws were the deciding factor.
And later in the day we get, the bigger the crowd seems to be building up. And I look for a packed house in that 8:30 game when the Ponies roll back onto the court.
I figured there'd be a few more people playing hooky from work today. This is a fantastic excuse to be able to do that. But
Just a couple of things I know we've got coming up here this evening sometime. Just don't know when she's going to make her way up here, but Coach Taylor Todd of the Ponies will be up here to visit a little bit, talk about their season, plus the effects this tournament has had on her girls, and see what other surprises we can come up with for you guys. So stay tuned all evening long with us.
so that ball was, Ripley had a couple opportunities and they couldn't get it to fall, but then it went off of a little news there, injury report there. DeShazo for Bristow limping off the court for this timeout. So we'll keep an eye on him, see if he's able to go.
And looking at the timeout situation here, coming down towards the end of the ball game, Bristow has all 5 of their timeouts left. Ripley's down to 3. That could play an important role coming down towards the end. So,
and DeShazo, he's staying on the bench. Looks like he's messing with his left knee. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain as well. I'm not sure. I didn't see it happen, but he's taking a breather, so hopefully nothing serious there for him.
I tell you what, the big man underneath, that's just hard to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're down with, hey, it's a one-possession game, Terry.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just over 4 minutes. Bristow trying to get something going here. Oh.
That's going to throw them in a one-on-one situation here, so.
Yeah. I believe that's the 5th foul there on number 23.
Don't want to jinx them, but they're hitting their free throws. That's good.
Yeah. It's Allen there at the free throw line. And he sinks both of them, so that's going to help him a bit. Expands that lead a little bit.
Into the big man. What grade's he in, Terry? Number 24 for Ripley.
He's a senior.
He's a senior, okay. When he gets the ball inside, he's tough to stop.
Yeah.
He just. And it seems to me like they're going to him more and more this second half than what they did the first half. There they go again, looking for him.
They tried.
I think that ball was tipped. I think they're going to change the call here. I think that ball's going to stay with Ripley. No, they did not. Wow. We don't have instant replay here. I'd like to see that again, but
No, I'll play devil's advocate with you. I didn't fully see it, but it looked like to me that Ripley just threw it out of bounds.
oh, okay.
But I
Well, that's how
I
the referee saw it too.
I wouldn't
so.
argue that. That's just what I saw, but I wasn't paying real close attention. So
That's the way they saw it too. So
I saw him, trying to get the ball there down to Grimes, but it looked like, to me, it looked like there was just miscommunication. He threw it.
expecting him to be one place.
Yeah, he threw it on the right side of the rim, and Grimes was on the left side. And I think he expected Grimes to move over. But
And there's a missed free throw. That's the first one they've missed in a while. So
we're way up here several feet away, so I'm not going to. 3-point ball game with just over 3 minutes, and there's a 3-point shot.
oh, in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, the big man. I like him.
Yeah.
I really like him inside.
Nice rebound and a putback by him. So that's a 1-point game, and here comes Allen. He
Ooh.
can't get that layup to go. It falls short.
Ripley looking to take the lead right here. Don't even need a three to do it.
And that was a nice block by Jackson. Jackson was defending there on number 12 for Ripley. Kleinsmith, and Jackson slipped. Earlier I thought Birch, I thought that someone had said that was his 5th foul, but he's back in there, so that must have been incorrect. I can't see the foul count from this side.
Oh,
And big man back in there.
don't look now, but Ripley just took the lead. But here comes Bristow.
Wow, nice reverse layup by Estes. Bristow takes it right back. Ripley had the lead for just seconds. And Estes goes coast to coast and puts it in. There's big man again.
Oh, stuffed by the back of the backboard. Oh,
He thought about putting up a 3-pointer, but
close to a 5-second call there. Got to be.
Grimes isn't staying inside like he was. Alexander with the easy layup
Another timeout on the floor.
by Bristow. So that layup by Alexander gives Bristow a 3-point lead
Now-
with 138.
Actually, Ripley called that timeout.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so
I just looked up and I saw the Bristow coach
yeah.
signaling, but I guess they gave it to Ripley.
So they gave it to Ripley, so that leaves them with 2. We still got over a minute and a half here, so. I don't know enough about Ripley to know whether what is that big man's name?
Grimes.
Grimes. I don't know if he shoots the 3-pointer or not, but he sure acted like a couple of times that trip down the floor, whether he's going to shoot it or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But in that series there, he was staying on the outside. All the previous series possessions, he was working the paint under the goal, and that series there, he found himself outside with that first look at a 3, but then he stayed out there instead of moving inside. And I thought they were being real successful with him down underneath, but they pulled him out to the outside and actually ended up turning the ball over. So.
Number 23 there, and I don't have his name, but he came in and he almost matches him height-wise. I don't think he has the physical presence underneath like he does. So, yeah, I agree totally with you. They've had so much success with him underneath. But he may be a Larry Bird out there on the outside. We just don't see him enough to know. So now they're discussing something with the books over there.
I think they were confirming timeouts.
Okay.
Definitely don't want to get a technical for calling timeouts you don't have.
Absolutely. But I think, okay, now they're saying Bristow has 4, so Bristow has used 1. And we're just going by directly what they have on the board there.
And they changed Bristow to 4 and put Ripley back to 3. So I think that last timeout they did charge Bristow.
Okay, so we'll do the same thing on our board. So we're all square.
I think Ripley wanted a foul there underneath.
And now the call's going to go against Grimes there. So
and Bristow's in double bonus, so that's going to put Gleason at the line shooting 2. And he's able to get it to go. So now we're a 2-possession ball game. And he sinks both of them. So definitely 2-possession ball game at 42-37 with 1 minute left.
So 2 possessions here, still plenty of time. There's a takeaway from Bristow, much needed.
Yeah, Bristow they couldn't have wrote this any better right here.
And get a layup to go with it.
Yeah, the takeaway and then the long pass for the layup underneath to extend their lead.
Get the blocking call there, but they're still, that's only their 5th foul, so they're still not in the bonus. And Bristow's in a double bonus now, so any foul against Ripley will be the 2-shot. There's, ooh, big 3-pointer right there. This game's far from over.
Yeah, let's go.
Another timeout on the floor.
So a 4-point game with 30.4 seconds left.
And he pointed to Ripley, so that's a Ripley timeout. So that knocks him down to 2. And Terry, we need to try to fix this clock because we got 30 seconds left. And our fans need to see the clock. And I'm nowhere close. I got tape underneath, Jacob.
To your left, left. Down.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Here.
Hey.
Oh, you got it?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, you had it perfect a while ago. Oh, there you go. Keep going. Nope.
Go over that way.
To the left. Oh, and now up or down? Down. All right. Oop, too far down. Oop, to the left a little bit. All right. They need to start the clock. Okay. Oh, no. All right, guys, it's still underneath. So we'll try to get that fixed. 23. I'll just be your clock by voice here. Bristow trying to dribble the ball out. Finally a foul. 18. Oh, you had it there. Do we need more tape on it?
Right there.
Do we need more tape on it?
No, I think we're good. It was the tilt up and down.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not moving on the table.
Okay, good. All right, so.
Like, can you read it?
18.4? Yep. Oh, man, these free throws right here are big. It's still a 2-possession game, though. That's the benefit Bristow has here with 18.4 seconds to go. But
You need one of those miniature tripods
Yeah.
for that thing. Oh, and there we go. That's Allen with that free throw.
Still a 2-possession game. Oh, drives in.
There's the big man on the three off the front
Just
of the rim.
short. That looked good.
Another three attempt.
Oh, and he hits it 7 seconds with another TO.
Wow.
It's far from over, I tell you.
Birch.
And it's going to boil down to the free throws down on this side end of the court here because
yeah, because Ripley's they're gonna have to foul.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna have to foul as soon as Bristow inbounds it. Ripley's gonna have to foul because the clock is not their friend. So Ripley's hope right here is foul right away. Maybe only get 1 second expired off the clock. And
now, big thing to remember also, Bristow's in a double bonus, so they'll get 2 shots regardless.
well, they'll get 2 shots, but I just with only 7 seconds, I can't imagine letting Bristow get down the floor with it.
You got to put him on the line immediately, and that's what he's trying to do. So 1.2 seconds expired, so I say if he makes them both, this game's over. I don't see 2 possessions for Ripley here.
Oh, and that's 5 for the big man. That's 5 for Grimes, so he's done.
Well, he played a great ball game.
He
Nothing
absolutely did.
Nothing to hang your head about, big man.
I didn't keep stats, so I'm not sure point wise and all that, but he had a good game, fantastic game there. So Alexander, see if he can put this in the. Oh, he gets it.
He looks like Mr. Calm and cool right there at the free throw line.
So that right there for Bristow's got to give a little sigh of relief because worst case is Ripley gets down and gets a 3 off. It's just going to tie the ball game at this point.
I say he drains it.
So this right here is going to
money's on him draining it right here.
This is going to decide right here whether or not Ripley has a chance.
Ooh.
Oh, and he get.
Oh. Did he ever have possession of the ball?
Wow.
They gave him the timeout, but did he ever have possession?
I don't know yeah. On replay, he's not going to have had possession of that ball, but.
And that's going to be the end of the timeout. So now you run into the 5-second call for Ripley. You got to make sure you get the ball in. That's Bristow's got to be guarding the 3-point line, of course. I mean.
Yeah, so this is eerie. It brings me back to last year
in the area tournament. Yeah,
for our boys. I don't know how many times, and that wasn't a referee. That was the clock operator. But I don't know how many times I replayed that because they inbound the ball, took 2 dribbles, and shot it from about the coach's box line. And according to the clock operator, they did all that in 1.2 seconds.
Yeah. That's a tough job down there, too.
It is.
I've been there and done that.
There's a human running that button, so I get it. But that was a horrible way to.
Oh, that wasn't a good shot. He had more time than that. He had more time than that. Bristow escapes with a victory here, 46-43. But what a ball game.
Yeah.
What a ball game.
A great game. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he rushed that shot. He had another second or so to really take a look at that, but unfortunate for Ripley, but man, they played a great game. And so Bristow advances
to the consolation finals tomorrow.
Yeah. So they'll go to they'll play Adair.
46-43. Okay, Terry, I'm going to have to get back downstairs. I'm getting ready to turn this back over to Jacob. But what a great ball game that was, guys. Stay tuned because this next game ought to be a doozy with Adair and Bethel girls coming up. So looking forward to it.